I don't get along with most people, and I just got blocked by someone who I supported and shared for months on end for such a stupid reason. Again, we seem to have this issue about talking about God's love, and that doesn't exclude Christians by any means. So, in the Christian world, if you talk about God's love, mercy, and forgiveness, you're either called a lukewarm Christian or you're called a New Ager. So, you know what the common narrative is now: end times, mark of the beast, destruction, chaos, lovely things, right? And all I said was, when was the last time you talked about the love of God to this individual? And I also didn't necessarily agree that the VC is necessarily the mark of the beast yet, so to speak. Frankly, it's too early to tell if that's the case. Yes, it does appear to be the case because they're not letting people do things without it. But there has to be some time and more to the story before we could definitively say that it is. And plus, nobody said that we had a perfect interpretation of what that ancient text even means. So these people, they think they're bringing people closer to Christ. They're pushing them much farther away. And they've pushed me away like they've done my whole life. So it's sad. And and then there's the rapture obsession that I hope I wouldn't have to talk about again, but here it is. I took my rapture diapers off a couple of years back. I had to let go of my binky and my diapers and stop crying about the rapture because I've come to the realization that those who endure till the end will prosper. That those who stand up and fight will prosper. Now, looking at the character of Jesus, what do you think he would say to you? Do you think he would want you to be a dog with its tail in between its legs, running and begging to be raptured? Or would Jesus tell you to go stand up and fight and help your fellow man? Now you decide what is more true to you. But it's just the sad state of affairs. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm done with social media. And I'm not implying we all have to agree with each other. We don't. It's okay. But don't proclaim your belief as 100% fact. See, since I didn't agree 100% that the VC is the beast, that I'm just canceled. Funny how the Christians are canceling people, right? While they complain about cancel culture themselves. I'm not saying I'm courageous or that I have, you know, bravery, but I would ask God to help me get through this because we are entering the end times. Did the people in World War II, did they get raptured? All the homeless orphan children whose parents were dead, did they get raptured? Our time of disaster has arrived. And a rapture isn't something we should be begging for. What we should be asking for is strength. Strength and divine strength to help us make it through whatever adversities come our way. Now, this individual also said that the worse things get, the happier he becomes, which is when I became skeptical of him. And if he sees this video, I'll be glad. I'll be glad you will if you do. Because it's all fun and games until it happens to you. If you're in the path of a hurricane and your house is destroyed and you have nothing left and you're in there in tears, people forget to step in other people's shoes. I remember one close call I had with a natural disaster. We've been evacuated out of multiple wildfires, but there was one day, 2014, when my son was still in diapers. Here we go, diapers again. Where I was sleeping with him. He was near me, and we woke up with a helicopter screaming, "Get the hell out!" And look outside the window. You can't see an inch in front of your face. It was completely covered in smoke. So I took him, and we ran out. We were completely surrounded in flames, and I mean that literally. There was 50-foot flames completely surrounding us in every direction. You could easily feel the heat on your skin. And thankfully our apartment didn't burn down. But you shouldn't be hoping or happy about the fact that New Orleans might get flooded right now. I've been to New Orleans. Great people there. It is an impoverished, crime-ridden hellhole, but that has a spirit of gold because they're tough, because they've been through all that. So I know I'm kind of ranting here, but my message for today is ask for strength. Don't put the tail in between your legs and beg for rapture like I used to do. And when that rapture never came, I was miserable, and that's all that's going to do. It'll just make you miserable because it's not going to come. And if it does, it won't be in the way that you think, and it'll probably be something like an alien invasion, and you're not going to be happy about it. So, having said that, I don't really get along with anyone anymore. I don't get along with anybody. I don't know if I should continue making videos, if I should continue anything at this point.